A brewer's day starts typically pretty early in the morning. I will wake up at maybe 5:30 or 6, get here by 6:30 or 7, and every day is different. Especially on a brew day, we'll get in bright and early, and I will stare at the 2,000 pounds of grain that I have to mill in, which is always fun. It's good to have a little workout early in the morning. So maybe at 6:30 in the morning, I'll start for an hour by milling in 55-pound bags of grain. We are multitaskers, so we might be brewing while washing kegs, while building an order to go out for distribution all throughout the state. My job is really to put out fires. My name is Ayla Kapahi. I'm the head brewer and director of production for Borderlands Brewing Company. We are currently in the Borderlands brewing production space where all of the beer is brewed. The way I learned to brew professionally was through an apprenticeship with a brewery in Tucson, Public Brew House. I was the first woman to brew for Borderlands Brewing. When we moved into our new production facility here, we actually opened Arizona's first all-women's production facility in 2019.
My name's Savanna Saldate. I don't have any degree in any brewing sciences, but everything we do is learned here and trained on site. I've always thought that I would never like beer. The first time I ever tried a beer, I was like, this is disgusting. How can anybody drink this? But obviously it's an acquired taste, just like anything. But for the most part, I almost exclusively drink beer. I started bartending craft beer. From bartending, I moved more into back of house things. Everything from cleaning kegs, putting orders together, cleaning the tanks, all the way to, at this point, to brewing the beer.
First, your beer is brewed on one day.
Making beer is kind of like brewing tea or making oatmeal. You take raw ingredients, you steep them basically, you add hot water to them, you extract all those sugars, those proteins, you strain that from the raw materials that you use, so you just have a liquid base. You boil that liquid, so some of the water will evaporate. Depending on what you want the alcohol content of your beer, the boil matters, but also the boil matters for adding bittering hops. After the boil, we cool the beer down to an optimal temperature for the yeast that we're using. At that point, the yeast does a lot of the work, turns the sugar water into the alcohol. Final step is separating the yeast out from the clean beer. It's called bright beer, clean beer, and then we keg it, can it, package it, and distribute it, sell it to stores, sell it through our tap rooms.
I'm laughing because it can go wrong at any step, any point in the process. So honestly, sometimes we call ourselves glorified janitors. 80% of our job is cleaning and sanitizing, because until the alcohol is created in the beer is very fragile. You could brew the best beer in the world, but if it goes into a vessel that's not cleaned properly, or a keg that's not washed properly, or even if it's dispensed on a line, on a beer line, a tap line, that's not clean, it can really alter your product. So now we're gonna taste the final product of our beer. It's been fermenting for almost 2 weeks. It's fully carbonated. You can see it has quite a bit of carbonation there. The first pour has quite a bit of foam. We're gonna give it a smell. You can really smell those cocoa nibs that we put in the beer and the toasted coconut. Beautiful aroma. Nice body and mouthfeel, has a very medium to heavy mouthfeel. It's gonna be perfect for the holidays. The industry is very supportive of women and minorities who are pursuing careers in production. When you're a woman in the beer industry, there's other subtle things that happen. There's something about not seeing people who look like you in the industry, and that can make you second guess yourself. That certainly happened to me. When Savanna, who's our lead brewer, started with me about 4 years ago, one thing she said to me was, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to learn brewing from another woman. That was the first time I had heard something like that before, because of course, in my experience, almost a decade ago, that was never an option. Women are actually the original brewers of beer. They were home brewers, and they were secretly selling their beer to the public. They advertised it in the way of wearing these pointy hats, which folks depicted as witch hats. There started to become this culture of witch women brewers. Fast forward, maybe especially to the last 50 years, home brewing has been dominated by men. A lot of folks have the slogan that say the future of beer is female. A lot of us women, we are saying, no, we are taking this title and this culture back.
I really like everything about it. I like that it's physical, but I like that it's creative. We have a lot of creative liberty in the beers that we make. It's a little bit scientific. We're making recipes. We have to do water chemistry. It's very satisfying, honestly, seeing the final product, knowing that you milled the grain in that started it.
Thank you.
Sometimes when I sit at the tap room and people are like, oh, this beer is so amazing, and I'm like, yes. Like, it is a very gratifying feeling.